I make yakitori indoors with my brand new Ninja Foodi Grill. And see how I make my sexy basting brush out of lemongrass. It gets really hot.
What?
Okay, today we are gonna make yakitori. We're gonna make a few different kinds. We're gonna make some with chicken hearts, chicken thigh, and some giblets. We're gonna be using the Ninja Foodi Grill. For full disclosure, the team at Ninja Foodi Grill did send this out for me to feature in a video. I've used it a couple of times so far, and it's fantastic. I mean, you get no smoke off it, and you can use it inside, and you get a beautiful charred flavour. And I don't have a barbecue here, and if you live in an apartment or something, this is great. But I'll show you how we use it after. So in Japan, when you get some yakitori, it's generally sort of one ingredient on each thing, so you don't have like a mixture of ingredients like generally we do. They use things like chicken skin, as I said, the chicken hearts, giblets, even the cartilage and the meat. So I'm going to do some that are plain chicken hearts, some plain giblets, and then I'm going to do a mixture of chicken thigh and spring onion pieces. Let's start with the chicken thigh and negi. The chicken thighs get cut up into bite-sized pieces. You don't just want to cut them willy-nilly, you want them to have a nice presentation side, just like this. The spring onion, or negi, gets cut up into pieces around 5 centimeters. You only want to use the dense parts, the white to the very light green. Then you just have to thread them on alternately. It's good practice to keep your chicken facing all the same way. This ensures that you've got a beautifully presented skewer when it comes time to plating. The chicken hearts are the easiest because they are ready to go. You just thread them on. In Japan, 4 is a bad juju number, so I try to avoid putting 4 of anything on anything. Cut your giblets up into small pieces. This is the size we're looking for right here. And once again, thread them on the skewer. So these are the 3 different kinds that we're doing today. So there's the giblet, and the heart, and the chicken thigh with spring onion, or negi. I made around 40 skewers, and the cost of the meat was under $15, so that's very inexpensive. Now the easy part, you have to push 3 buttons to turn on the grill. At this point I realised I didn't have a basting brush, so I had to make one. I recently discovered in the backyard we've got a huge load of lemongrass. Who needs a basting brush when you've got lemongrass coming out of your ears? Lemongrass basting marinade brush. So effective. Be sure to use a high smoke point oil. I'm using vegetable oil and that's perfect. Don't use olive oil or sesame oil because they will just burn. First of all, it'll smoke out your kitchen. Second of all, it'll taste like rubbish. Give them a good seasoning of salt on both sides. I'm doing 6 at a time because that'll fit perfectly in the grill. Here's the fun part. Listen to this sizzle. There's something magical about meat on sticks. But if you're cooking for a vegetarian or you are a vegetarian, you can replace the meat with halloumi or a hard tofu or a mushroom. Get creative. I've got the timer set for 10 minutes, but it only takes around 8. You're gonna come back every couple of minutes to give it a basting with the teriyaki marinade. And yes, this is a different piece of lemongrass. They are looking good. The giblets and the hearts I did shio style, which is plain salt and meat. And the chicken thigh I did tare style. And tare is basting with that marinade. Look at that, aren't they beautiful? Get that perfect charring like you would outside on the charcoal barbecue. And it's indoors, and there is no smoke that comes off these things, which is amazing. Now for the taste test. You can see that Beautiful caramelization and charring you get off that. It gets really hot. Okay, bit of meat, bit of negi. That does a great job. As I mentioned earlier, I made around 40 of these. There was a lot of basting and I was quite concerned about having to clean it, but it cleaned off so easily. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to Eat with Turner.